Most people believe the fastest way to fail is to do nothing, but the truth is more subtle and more dangerous. The fastest way to fail is to try to do everything. We spend our lives saying yes to everyone else's urgency, only to wake up one day and realize our own light has slowly burned out. If you feel exhausted but stuck, busy yet going nowhere, you don't have a talent problem. You have a yes problem. This is the story of how one man learned that saying no can change everything. In a town that valued busyness above all else, lived a talented clockmaker named Julian. Julian was known for his incredible skill, but his life was a blur of exhaustion. He was the man who said yes to everyone. He said yes to fixing the village's broken fences, yes to joining every committee, and yes to repairing the cheapest watches for the smallest fees. He thought that saying yes was a sign of kindness and talent, but because his hands were always busy with everyone else's emergencies, his own masterpieces sat unfinished, covered in dust. One morning, a master architect arrived in town. He had come to commission a clock for the great cathedral, a clock meant to track seasons, stars, and sacred time. When the architect entered Julian's workshop, he stopped. He looked at Julian's workshop, scattered with half-finished projects, broken tools, and piles of favors for neighbors, and shook his head. "Julian," the architect said, "you have the talent to build a clock that tracks the stars, but you are spending your life fixing door hinges. Why?" "I want to be helpful," Julian replied. "I don't want to let anyone down." The architect pulled out a compass. If this needle tried to point toward every star in the sky at the same time, it would simply spin in circles and be useless. A compass is only powerful because it says no to every direction except north. That night, Julian couldn't sleep. The compass rested on his workbench, still and certain. Julian realized that his yes had become a prison. The next day, he tried something new. When the neighbor asked him to paint a sign, he said, "I'm honored you asked, but I cannot." When the local club asked him to lead a meeting, he said, "No, my focus is elsewhere." People were shocked. Some were offended. They called him selfish, but Julian stayed firm. He wasn't saying no because he was lazy. He was saying no so that his yes could actually mean something. In the silence that followed, Julian finally picked up his finest tools. Because he wasn't exhausted by 1,000 tiny tasks, his mind was clear. He poured all of his energy into the cathedral clock. Day by day, piece by piece, he built the cathedral clock. Not rushed, not distracted, focused. A year later, the clock was unveiled. The crowd fell silent. It was a marvel of engineering. It tracked the moon, the tides, and the seasons. The people who had been angry at Julian's no now stood in awe of what his no had allowed him to create. They saw what his boundaries had made possible. They realized that 100 small favors could never equal the gift of one great masterpiece. Julian learned a truth most people discover too late. Hard work eventually beats talent, but only when that work is focused. A no to a good thing is the only way to say yes to a great thing. Stop trying to be the sun for everyone else while you sit in the dark. Tonight, when the noise fades, ask yourself, what are you saying yes to that's pulling you off course? What is one honest no that could give your purpose room to breathe? If this story resonated with you, share it with someone who may need it. Until next time, protect your direction, honor your calling, and trust the compass within you.